Hey yo, I ain't gonna lie, that Drake and 21 album go kinda dummy. And you know what else go kinda dummy? This One Piece chapter where we got possibly the biggest reveal we've gotten in One Piece. Like that's debatable, but I think maybe besides the Sun God, Nika, Luffy, Joy Boy reveal thing that happened in 1044, 1045, I think this is probably the biggest reveal easily, guys. So before we get started with this chapter, I just want to say, can y'all like the video? Can y'all sub to the channel? Hit the noti bell so y'all know when I post videos, when I live stream. We have a lot of fun over here, so join the club, guys. With that being said, let's get started. We can start with the little cover page. It's not even a cover page, it's a color page. I don't know, it's because Film Red is releasing over here in the US and other places. Otis just doing some more Film Red promotion or what. I'm going to see Film Red tonight, so guys, run this video up to like 15. Let's go for 20 likes on this video. Let's be bold and ambitious like Luffy. 20 likes on this video and I'll do a Film Red review, some type of video. Let me know what kind of video on Film Red y'all would like. Me and Kaylee will probably just kind of like talk about it, tell what our experience was like. Well, we're going to see it in like 2-3 hours, something like that. So we're gonna have a lot of fun, but let's get into the chapter. So like I said, the color page was super cool, super dope. I don't know what's up with the Uta and the black wings. I don't know if that's a reference from the movie. I haven't seen it yet, so maybe I'll get it in a couple hours. Otherwise, she kind of looks Lunarian, so I don't know if that's like a shout, a call, or what. But besides that, we transition into the chapter where we see Zoro. He actually is acting like a really good vice captain nowadays, and it's kind of crazy. He had that moment a few chapters ago where he stood up while Luffy wasn't there and he took control. He's like, no, you're not messing with my crew, you're not messing with my ship. While Luffy's gone, this is my crew. I need to step up. So that was nice to see, and he does it again. He stays behind, and the reason is, I mean, he knows they're gonna get captured. In every arc, the Straw Hats get captured. I think that's like a running theme. At least some of them get captured. So him and Brook both know. They kind of chill out. You can see the maturity in the Straw Hats and how they approach things now. So I really like to see that. And then you got that bitch boy Caribou. He's still there, and I guess they're gonna just drop him off. They're basically saying, we don't really care, we don't give a fuck, we're just gonna drop you off in the area that we said we're gonna drop you off at the next island, give you a ride to repay you for helping Luffy. We didn't say it would be a good island, bad island, or whatever, so bye. But he's still in the story, he's still going to be important. I wonder why they're dropping him off at Egghead, who he's going to meet on Egghead, and who he's going to get information to. And it's interesting to see that he does know a lot of information, and Egghead, I think, is pretty close to where Fullerled or Beehive Pirate Island is, because that's what what's his name with the mask, some with an H. I can't remember his name right now. Kobe's guy. I don't know why I can't remember this guy's name right now, but y'all know who I'm talking about. He said they were pretty close, so he might be getting some information to Blackbeard somehow pretty soon. So just watch out for that snake, because he always slithering. And then next we transition to the rest of the crew, where we got Lilith, and then we got Sanji, Frankie, everybody else is not the Chopper, Luffy, JINBE, Bonnie group, and not Zoro and Brook. Everybody else. So they're going with Lilith to meet the other Vegapunks, Shaka. And we get to meet all the other Vegapunks in this, and they're all really quirky and really cool. We get to learn that it seems like they run on some kind of symbiotic brain cloud thing, to where one can eat for the other. It seems like, what's her name, York, she does all of the eating, the pooping, the sleeping, the everything for everybody, just all the daily maintenance things. And then they got other ones that are just designed for other things, like punching, like exercise after eating. And then we got the ones that are just smart and run experiments all the time, and they don't even, it's just to conserve time. Basically, they split their task. So it's really good. it's cool to really get to see all of that kind of come together and kind of see the Vegapunks. It seems like Vegapunk 1 Shaka, who's kind of designed like Udaron. I don't know if that's like a shout out to him or maybe a shout out to Daft Punk, but they got the little really cool helmet design and the coat, and they kind of just pull up in like a really just like suave way, like I'm Vegapunk, Shaka, Logic, and I just like his drip. He got a lot of drip. I think that's gonna be the original Vegapunk. I think that's gonna be, or at least the body of the original Vegapunk. His mind might actually be split into these entities, and his like functions might be split into these entities. But I think this was the original body and everything of Vegapunk himself. And that's why the other Vegapunks are kind of like following him in a way. Well, not even in a way. Like he basically controls them. He tells them to shut down the fun that they're having. But right before this, my boy JINBE was able to beat the allegations, bro. He was able to beat the baby daddy, the deadbeat baby daddy theme of One Piece. He was able to beat them allegations. They tried to give my boy JINBE a son that he never told us about, that he's never said anything about. Nami tried to give that boy a son, man. Or was that Usopp? One of them, Nami or Usopp, tried to give that man a son. But it's just a Seraphim. And we kind of get to see more of the Seraphim, which is the same theme as the other Seraphim that we've seen. Warlords that are the younger version that seems like in this chapter they kind of say and hint. I think it was either Pythagoras. I think it was Pythagoras who says it, that they're growing as they get more combat data, as they get more knowledge. They're young now, but they're growing as they go. And that has something to do with lineage factor, which I'm very interested in, because they say that people's like, it's kind of like people's thoughts and like being can be transferred through their lineage factor, which is kind of like genetics, but it seems like it has an essence of like someone's soul, which I think that's setting up for the transition into devil fruits and them basically having lineage factor. Maybe they are all artificial. I've kind of said that before in the past. Maybe that could be a thing to where devil fruits were artificially made, man-made, and this is more hinting at that, especially with the huge reveal at the end of the chapter that's saying that the ancient kingdom, we presume the ancient kingdom, they don't say exactly the ancient kingdom, but they say 900 years ago there was a kingdom, which we know around 900 years ago is when the ancient kingdom was thriving and then disappeared after they were overthrown. So it has to be the ancient kingdom. But they were 500 years, like Vegapunk, it was the same island, and that was 900 years ago, but they were 500 years further than where we are now. So that's like 1400 years from where we are now, which is insane. So I'm super excited to find out about that. Like I said, I think devil fruits now are man-made. I think they found a way to put mythos, to put animal DNA, to put elements somehow, to put their lineage factor into fruits, basically. Or maybe some devil fruits are man-made, but there was some like origin fruits, like maybe Logias are kind of more origin fruits, because I don't know how you get souls of elements, but I definitely think it's leaning more towards that with that revelation. But yeah, like I said, it's going dummy. It's really going dummy. Man, One Piece. So shout out to my boy Joy Boy. I love Joy Boy. He's one of my favorite One Piece YouTubers. If you don't follow him, go follow him, please. Just free clout for him. But he just released a book too, so go buy his book. Just free clout, because he's just a really good YouTuber. He makes some really good videos. He doesn't do as many theory videos as much anymore as he used to, but he makes really good videos, really good theory videos. And he brought that up a while ago, that maybe the ancient kingdom was basically in the future, even though it's in the past, but they reset the One Piece timeline, basically. And that's what they mean by a great cleansing. It's basically just keep resetting the timeline. It might not be the first time they did it. 900 years ago might not have been the first time, or that might have been the first time, but that might not have been the last time they did it. And I think that's what they're kind of doing right now, is they're resetting the world. And that just involves keeping the world pinned down in a certain technological time period to where it's better to control people. Same with the red line and the grand line and all of that. I think those were, it's kind of more leaning to me that they're man-made, because they just do a better job at separating people. It seems like that's what Eam and the Gorosei and everybody want. They want to separate everybody, and that way it's easier to rule over everybody when they're not technologically advanced, they're ignorant, they're separated, that kind of thing. That's how you rule over people. That's how you keep people down. But yeah, I do want to go back to the JINBE thing. I think it's really cool seeing the Seraphim. Like I said, they're all kind of built the same right now. We do see something different with the Seraphim. He has Senior Pink's Devil Fruit ability, which I think that just goes with Vegapunk's ability to replicate Devil Fruit somehow, just because he knows what Lineage Factor is and how to like manipulate Lineage Factor. So I don't know how he got Senior Pink's Devil Fruit. I don't know if Senior Pink is dead, or recently after Doflamingo got taken to prison, Senior Pink got taken to prison too, and they were able to experiment on him somehow. Maybe it was just through Doflamingo being a part of the Warlord system, they were able to get Senior Pink's DNA, but they have his Devil Fruit power, and that's kind of OP. I'm wondering if the other Seraphim are going to have Devil Fruit powers too, which they have Lunarian DNA, they have Warlord DNA, which we now know that memories and like just being can be kind of transferred through lineage. So I'm interested to see how these Seraphim kind of develop into, I think, their own essence and their own being in a way. They're going to grow up really quick. So yeah, I'm going to be keeping an eye on the Seraphim going forward, because I think they're one of the more interesting plot lines that have been revealed lately, along with, of course, this ending, which is, like I said, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, reveal, especially concerning lore in the One Piece series. This is huge, guys. This is huge that we possibly are in a post-apocalyptic world that has been forcibly reset multiple times. And that's why we have a mix of lasers, ships with just like flintlock guns, swords, and just the vast degree of things we can do in this world, how we can travel to the moon, how they're automata. None of this was consistent, but it made sense in the One Piece world, and that's just a testament to Oda's story building, his world building, his storytelling, like I say all the time. Phenomenal at that. But yeah, after we found out JINBE ain't got no baby, shark, he kind of disrespects Nami, which the crew was going easy on him before. They already have a soft spot for JINBE, so that's really cool to see. They're like, I don't want to attack him because he looks like JINBE, don't want to hurt him. But as soon as he grabs Nami, it was over, guys. That's the princess of the crew. Do not touch Nami. You'll get Zoro in a groove. You'll get Luffy in a groove. You'll get Usopp in a groove. You'll get Sanji in a tizzy. And obviously, from this chapter, you'll get Robin in a tizzy, because Sanji and Robin jump immediately into action and they say, hey, you might be JINBE, you might look like JINBE, and you might even be JINBE, but you touched Nami. You touched Nami, and we got problems. It's on sight from that point. And they handle business for the most part. Sanji gets in a pretty good kick on him. And I like that Robin has really been getting some shine lately. She got her Zoro moment a few chapters ago when Zoro had his big moment standing up to Vegapunk, and Robin was right there doing her CF. I just love to see it. She has another big moment right there. Oda's including her with basically the big combat, like up there with the Jinbes and the Sanjis, the Zoros, like the big buff, not even buff, like I was gonna say buffers, but just the big beefy people of the crew, the protectors of the crew. She's one of those now, and I like how that's getting emphasized. I like how people's people are kind of falling into their roles now after Wano. It's really nice to see. They're becoming a proper crew. Also, this whole 900 years ago having like a future island, I don't think they're talking about Egghead. Also, that I could see some confusion with that, maybe that he's actually on that ancient kingdom right now and it turned it into Egghead. But I think he's just saying there's an island similar to this where they have similar inventions and stuff on it, but it wasn't Egghead. It's actually either Laugh-Tale or Lodestar or some wherever the ancient kingdom was. But I do want to say, that it's real interesting that Vegapunk says this, because people have theorized that maybe Vegapunk is a bit of a fraud and he does not actually get credit for what he's been developing. He actually just happened and kind of found this technology, and he is smart enough to be able to replicate it and kind of research it, but it's not all basically on him. He didn't invent it all, and I think that's kind of lending to that. He's obviously ridiculously smart, but I don't know if that's because of the boost of the technology and information he found, or simply just because he's ridiculously smart. So we'll see how that plays out. I'm also wondering if maybe since Dragon and Vegapunk have a connection and Vegapunk knows about the true ancient history and what the ancient kingdom was actually like, I wonder if Dragon found that information out from Vegapunk himself, and Vegapunk actually had a really big role in turning Dragon into a revolutionary, the chief of staff of the revolutionary, or is it chief? He's the chief commander of the revolutionaries. So I wonder if Vegapunk actually had a super big influence on where Dragon is right now, his ideologies, his thinking. So it's there's a lot that's about to be revealed. Oda's really going in with the lore. You can tell he's really wanting to wrap One Piece up, which is about time. And when you're going towards a climax or the ending of something, that's when all the reveals are coming. So it makes sense. But we're about to get devil fruit stuff. I think before Vegapunk reveals everything, though, CP0 is gonna come interrupt. And that's when I think they're actually going to get away with assassinating him. At least one of him. Which I think maybe even all of him. We're just getting a little peep into him. He's going to give us some information, though. At least on Devil Fruits. He's going to give us a little bit on the Ancient Kingdom, I think. Not all of it, for sure not. We're not going to get just like a ridiculous info dump. But it's going to be similar to like a Zoe, like we've been saying the whole time. Both in length and an information dump. We're about to find out a lot. So I'm excited, guys. But I think that is it. I think that's all I want to talk about. I think it's really cool that he wants to be friends with Vegapunk. He wants to be best friends with Vegapunk. He's just like, Vega-chan, like, give me a tour. Like, I love you. I think we could be very good friends. We do the same things. We like inventions. So let's be friends. And yeah, I think that's a really cool. I hope that relationship gets developed a little bit more, at least before Vegapunk, I think, ultimately meets his end. But thank y'all, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap it up right there. It was good. Let me know if y'all would like me to just, if I work on Thursday nights and I can't do my live reaction when the chapter drops, whether y'all want me to just do the live reaction and film it and then post that when I get off, or y'all want me to do the live reaction on Friday at a certain time, or maybe y'all just want me to do this to where I just go ahead and read the chapter maybe at work or after work, and then just focus on getting my discussion out there to y'all quicker. So just let me know. It won't be every Thursday that I work, every Thursday night, but some Thursdays. So we'll just have to play it by ear. I'll let y'all know. We got community now, so congratulations to us. Thank y'all for the support. Hit the like button, hit the sub button, hit the noti bell. I hope y'all are having a beautiful day wherever y'all are in the world. Beautiful day or night, like I said, wherever y'all are in the world. I will catch y'all guys on the flip, guys. Peace. Amazing chapter. Peace. Oh yeah, and also, you gotta love that Sabo tribute at the end of the chapter with Luffy carrying the Sabo pipe. Gotta love it. Cheers, guys. Bye.